you first became aware of that and your names being tagged and all this kind of stuff, what was your initial response in your backstage?
The initial response was, I swear to God, I'm not even lying when I say this, okay? I was so disappointed it wasn't funny. It just wasn't even good trolling. It just was children with memes.
So it didn't hurt your feelings?
No. God, I'm bulletproof. I'm Teflon. I have been, you don't get to where you are and create the things I've created without having it, not just a tough skin, but an impenetrable one.
Yeah, right.
But I've chosen to have a high engagement with my fans because I think they deserve it.
Sure.
I respect what they do, and I want them to respect and have a place in my social media world where they can be, they know it's safe and they know that it's real, and I don't like doing things that have been done before, as you probably can tell. So I wanted to create a space that's different, and I think I've done that. But the thing is, what did I feel? The only thing I felt was, if you're going to try to troll, at least be funny. It was just. Yeah, I was just like, oh, come on.
So nothing really then.
No. It was more along the lines of watching the reaction to what people were doing, and I was there were some companies I had to call onto the carpet because they were interacting with bullying messages and trolling messages that if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone and especially people who don't have strength or fans. And if it can happen to me, if I can be that target, it can happen to literally anyone that they decide I don't like this person. You hear the term all the time. You hear derogatory sexual terms in comments all the time on social media.
Right.
You hear that. That is something, there's no debate. We're not debating this. This happens all the time. Mm-hmm. And you see that all the time. Somebody plays it if a boy doesn't hit hard enough, he gets called a derogatory sexual term.
Right.
All the time. If a girl goes up and she starts hitting hard, she gets termed a derogatory sexual term. Mm-hmm. And everybody's just like, oh, well, that's social media. No, it's not. It is not. Social media is what we make of it. Social. Us. Right here, right there.
Yeah.
If we decide that that's okay, and that gets left up there, if I'm on a corporate page of a major drum company and they put up a video of a girl playing, mm-hmm. and these boys start sexualizing her body as she's playing the drums, I don't want to hear about what she's wearing. I don't want to hear about any validation or justification. If they start sexualizing a young girl or an older woman, it doesn't matter. The age is irrelevant. But they start sexualizing her body, and they leave those comments up. That's the same as endorsing it.
Wow.
My page has my name at the top. If I leave a comment up, that's the same as me endorsing it.
Yeah, right.
Because people are going to come back and they're going to see it later. And they're not going to care about the justification or the reason or the story or whatever other thing I have in my head that made it okay. It's not okay. And we need leaders
You're right.
to lead. We need leaders to lead.
So with this too, because there was like a campaign almost, like you had like phases to this.
Yeah, I did. And I won.
Yeah, and how far would you have gone? Like, were you jeopardizing anything?
No, not at all. The biggest thing that trolls and stuff, they can't hurt me. There's not one thing that meme yourself to death. There's nothing. This. Come on, there's children with an audience of children. And if there's 2,000 people who follow a troll account, and somebody said, well, those 2,000 sales you don't want. I'm like, what? Are you kidding? Who says I want to sell anything to them anyway? Mm-hmm. I don't chase validation. I don't chase likes. I create, and I do it for me because I know that is where the best stuff comes from. When I wrote 4 number 1 books, I did not write them thinking about whether somebody, how do I sell this? Because if you think about how you sell something, you make shit content.
Yeah, right.
You have to make things that are authentic. What is the best quality? Am I worried about children following a troll account?
Yeah, right.
It doesn't exactly keep me up at night.
Yeah,
You know?